Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Curious Minds, where we dive beneath the surface into the life of our guests to understand who they are and why they do what they do. Every conversation reveals something new, and today we have Previn with me.
What's up, guys? Excited to be here.
My intros are getting better and better.
Yeah?
I like it.
Bro, I feel so special. I feel like I'm at the Late Show with Jimmy Fallon.
No,
Like, there's just a bunch of people in the back. And, yeah. Feels special.
I wanna get a co-host.
A co-host?
Yeah, because I feel like conversations are better if it's like three people instead of two.
True.
I asked Wasi, I asked my little brother if he
Yeah?
wanted to do it, but he's like, I don't think he's ever gonna, like, if I tell him I'll come on the podcast with me, he's probably gonna be working or whatever. So I need someone dedicated for
Yeah.
it.
He can give it a try if he likes it or if he fits in, you know?
Yeah, I think once it's gonna be in the studio, it'll just be at home. So
Yeah,
it's like
true.
you could just hop in and hop out.
Do you want somebody that talks well and is similar to you, or you want somebody completely opposite?
Completely opposite. So
Okay.
it brings, because if they're exactly the same as me, they're not bringing anything new to the podcast. I want someone that's different and that's open, that could think of things that I'm not gonna think of on the spot.
True.
Previn, introduce yourself.
So my name is Previn. I've known this guy for a few years now, since high school. If I would introduce myself, how can I do that?
It's hard to introduce yourself. Every time I ask someone, I think Jonathan had the longest introduction.
Yeah, that guy just
And that's-
yaps, bro. I'm sorry, Jonathan. You just yap, bro. Sometimes you don't say shit.
And it
Joke,
was
joke.
like, no, but it was a really good podcast.
It was really good. You guys talked about a lot of things.
Mm.
Okay, so coming back to your question, I would say, okay, you know what? I would say I'm somebody that make mistakes. I would say that in the most positive way, because I would say everybody needs to make mistakes in order to grow and not to make the same mistake again. For example, like in school, I would say after high school, I had a really hard time deciding what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Tried a bunch of things. I went into génie industriel. I was in tremplin tech, trying to do some extra courses to maybe open some doors for me. Went into finances, didn't like it. Took a year off of school. Came back, did a DEP, and now I'm working.
We were in high school together, right? Do you remember when we first started talking? I feel like we got closer in college. With our first French class in college. With that,
Yeah, I remember that. The déambulation.
What?
The little thing we went, the project.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
We had to do
that
the
was such a
poem.
fun teacher.
Yeah.
I not regret, because I did other stuff that I was proud of when I did made that move. But I miss him as a teacher.
He's a really good teacher.
The guy with the mustache. I bumped into him a few times when I went back, but I never got the chance to stop him and say, "Hey, I loved you as a teacher."
Yeah. I think it was Mr. Ruiz.
Yeah, Hector.
Yeah. That's crazy that how we still remember his name.
He had a book.
Really?
He wrote a book. The green.
Oh, true. We had to read it, right?
It was like a green. I never read it, but I knew, I was fascinated by the fact that he actually wrote it. It was like the first time I saw oh, you guys are reading this book. By the way, I'm the author of this book. I read it. That was cool.
Was it a poem?
Yeah, it was poems. I think.
I remember he made me fail with 59.
Oh, you failed that class?
Yeah. And since then, I did my French again.
Yeah.
Still didn't pass. You know what happened?
What?
It was right before COVID happened. I got a freaking plagiat.
In his class?
No, so another teacher. I got a plagiat for... Because I don't like to lie. Okay. So, j'avais une présentation orale.
I don't like to lie.
Yeah. J'avais une présentation orale. And we had to talk about something. And then the teacher was like, he stopped me during my whole presentation. And he's like, I've heard that somewhere. I'm like, What do you mean?
Wait, in front of the class?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Then I'm like, yeah, I got it from the book that we like took notes in. He's like, you're not supposed to do that. I'm like, oh, sorry, I didn't know. I just wanted to take that as a like inspiration. And he said, see me after class.
Yeah, that seems fair.
Yeah. So then I went to see him after class, and he tells me, I'm sorry, I have to give you a plagiat. I'm like, dude, I can't. Like, this is cégep. Like, serious. If you get a plagiat, like, it could go on your record, you know? I'm like, you can't do that. Like, please. Like, je l'ai même avoué. That says, like, who I am. Like, je l'ai avoué devant la classe.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know why he still give it to me.
He still gave it to you.
But then the whole COVID thing happened. We got locked down. And I got away with it because I did incomplet.
Oh,
so it didn't count.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Who's this weird ass teacher?
I forgot. I don't know. White hair, older dude. Yeah. Shout out Momo. Great teachers.
Do you remember me talking about me doing music or doing something like that?
Yes.
In college?
It was at the Déambulation when we went to look at the theater. The little thing.
The play.
Yeah, you showed me and Sami. I don't know if you remember Sami. No, the little
guy with the beard and the glasses.
Yeah.
I bumped into him a few times after when I left too.
Yeah.
When I came back. Yeah. Should have him on the podcast.
You
I don't
should.
think he has a.
No, I don't think he has social media. No, he's not very much into that. But yeah, I heard you made us listen to one of your first songs, Losing Control.
That was the first drop.
Bro,
that I did.
I swear to God, this guy didn't believe us. Me and Sami, we listened to it the first time in front of him. We're so shocked because this guy's so fucking talented. We're like, bro, you gotta make more music. And I think that's when you like first started making more music.
I don't even remember doing that. I remember the first. Maybe it was before that. I showed it to some people online, some artists. Or maybe that was the first time. I don't remember. But I really like all that. Even the tour that we did outside. I remember remember when he told us to go take pictures?
Yeah.
And we went to Burger King, I think.
No, it was A&W.
A&W.
Yeah, with the double the deux étages.
Yeah. And I took a picture of like the wall, and it says something, and I used that as a cover for one of my songs.
Really?
After. Yeah.
Oh.
I can't remember the name of the song.
Was that your first song that you made us listen to?
No. It was the third or fourth song that I released. But I keep those in like a folder and listen to them from time to time. But they're fun. I like my songs. It was fun to do.
What was the whole inspiration for your music career? Why did you want to start? Did you always have like? Did you always want to be an artist?
I didn't know that I wanted to be an artist, but it was the fact that it was a creative outlet and there was so much to learn in it, and I knew it was gonna keep me busy for like a decade. So I invested everything, like all my time into it. It's like everything I would listen to on YouTube would be about that: how to make better songs, how to write better, how to produce better. Like literally my whole everything that would go into my ear would be to better myself as an artist. And well, that was the whole thing, and I put my 100% into it, and it was a good like I don't regret any of it.
Okay.
It was a nice moment. I think it lasted like 5 years, I think.
Yeah. Good songs you made with Daniel as well.
Daniel's the best,
bro. Till this day, I still listen to your music with Daniel. No joke, they're good ass songs, bro. I'm not even like trying to put you in a. I'm not even trying to put you on a pedestal, bro. You make good music. You and Daniel, you guys make great music.
Dial,
Over Love, great songs. It's in my playlist sometimes.
Bro, we're hit makers, right?
Yeah.
No, it was really fun working with him, and him too. I think he has a more of a balance than me. When I go all in, I just forget about everything and I just go. He balances out his life, I think.
Okay.
And now he's in a really, like, I don't know if you listened to the podcast that we did.
Yeah.
He's in a really good place. And yeah, that was a good connection to have. And I feel like we're always going to have this. He went to France, I think?
I think Italy.
Italy?
Oh, was that last year? I'm not sure.
He went somewhere.
Yeah.
Recently, I think he came back. It was like because there was a band that flew him out there.
I know. I think he still didn't go. Yeah, he's
Oh,
going to
he's
France.
yeah, he's
I
going,
saw
he's
that.
going.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
true,
going.
true,
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
That's fun.
So if you guys are interested, you can go see Daniel.
Yeah, go support Daniel.
In France. That's
yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
We should surprise him in France. We should.
Yeah, why not?
Fly there.
Daniel, please fly us out.
We'll surprise you, but fly us out.
Yeah. So what's up, man? How you been?
I'm doing good. Let's talk about your car that you got.
My car. Yeah, so I'm a big car guy. I got a new car in January. It's a little Beamer. I'm a big Beamer fan. So I got that. Did a few mods to it. So yeah. I know you were also a car guy at one point.
Well, I'm still a car guy. It's not because I
Okay.
sold my car that I'm not a car guy anymore.
So what's your plan for the future for cars?
I have my 2007 Lexus ES,
Okay.
which is, I don't know if you saw, but I did a little video of all the things I love about my car.
I think I've seen it, yeah.
I think I posted it on TikTok or something. But yeah, but I want to, because it's low mileage, I'm keeping it, and I'm trying to invest to get another one to flip. Cause it's low mileage, I want to keep it for like long. It's like 112,000 kilometers.
Oh, not bad.
It's like there's nothing
Yeah.
for 2007. But
You sure it's not rollback? Because I had a bad experience with that.
no, I checked. It doesn't seem like it.
Did you scan the car?
Yeah, it
Yeah?
just scans and everything. But there's stuff to do on the car, but I still want to keep it because it's like it's a very luxury car, and it's like spacious and everything.
Yeah.
Like I love the way it feels, and I
Yeah.
want to get another one to flip and go up to. I want to get an FRS again or a VRZ again.
Should.
I'm obsessed with that car,
Yeah.
and I regret like this one. I actually regret selling.
Did you ever go to the track or something with the
No,
FRS?
never. Just on the roads. I
So fun.
drift on the road.
So fun. You should go to iCar.
Yeah.
Do you know about that?
But there's like rules and stuff.
Yeah, but you can always take your car and go drag racing with other people, or like there's shows sometimes.
Yeah, but they don't they like do the testings and stuff. You have to wear a helmet and like the seatbelt, double seatbelt.
That's for tracking.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can do drag race with no problem. You don't need a helmet or anything.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have a crazy story about the mileage thing.
Yeah.
Before I got this car, I was looking at similar BMWs, and I went to this very, very popular tuning place called AZ Motorsports. I don't know if you know that.
I heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bunch of French dudes
Yeah.
that rip people off.
Really?
Rip people off. I swear to God. So I went there because they were selling a car that I was interested. Very low mileage, 60,000 for the same car I have.
Yeah.
60k miles for 2015. That's already sketch, right? So I go there, and very cheap as well. So I go there with my friend. He has a scanner. We scan the car. It comes back and it says last mileage reported 285,000.
Wow. Almost 300.
I didn't tell the guy. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna play dumb and play with him. So I told him, do you have a scanner? Because I was like faking that ours didn't work.
Yeah.
So he said yeah. I'm like, okay, plug it in. And then he said, all right. So he plugged it in. I'm like, can you check the kilometrage? Like, no, I can't. Like, this one doesn't show me that. It's a lie because his is a big ass screen. Those cost like 2-3k.
Yeah.
So he just tells me that. Also, another thing, I realized all the shocks on the car. He told me he changed them. Why would you change shocks at 60,000 kilometers like you advertised it? That's weird. And the interior was surprisingly pretty dirty. It was like a cream kind of color like this. The seatbelt was dirty. You don't get dirty seatbelts at 60,000 kilometers. That's basically a new car. And surprisingly, the engine bay as well was super, super clean.
And this you saw on Marketplace, the car?
Marketplace. So people trying to buy used luxury cars, watch out, because people can screw you over, even if it's popular and well-known places. So I wanted my car tuned over there, but after that experience,
No.
hell no.
Well, it's like you're. Why would you do that, knowing that you're trying to build something and help people out, and then you do that, and it just ruins your reputation. Even if one person had a bad experience, as bad as that,
Yeah.
It's gonna spread, and eventually you're just gonna go out of business.
And they also had other cars for sale. Guess what the cars were? They were crazy ass cars. They had Lambos. They had Mercedes S classes. I can't imagine what happened to those cars and who bought them. People these days, I feel like society is just going downhill. Honestly.
No, but there's some good people out there.
Of course, but I feel like nowadays it's just getting worse and worse.
You just surround yourself with people that are, well, it's up to us to do the research before we get into these things. Marketplace is the worst place to just blindly trust someone.
Yeah.
And imagine you didn't bring your scan tool and you didn't know.
I was ready to buy that car on plus. Yeah.
You think it's a good deal, and then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you go to track racing with your car?
I didn't track my car, but I went a few times to like drag races and stuff like that, car shows. Yeah.
And what's your experience in car shows? Do you meet a lot of people, good connections?
You do get stopped a lot.
By who?
Just random people.
Oh, okay.
And I've got stopped once by a guy who works at BMW.
Okay.
And he offered me like des rabais. He told me I'm a salesperson at BMW, and if you ever want to change your car, hit me up. He gave me this card, and yeah, just stuff like that. Small things like you can probably get connections with having a nice car. I've heard that a lot. People having Lambos and stuff have business opportunities, bunch of stuff. Just people in general just respect you more when you have a nice looking car.
Me too. When I had my FRS, it would be like, one, it was a modified exhaust. So it was like so loud, and people would just but it was like a nice sound. And every time I would stop at a red light or something, the guy
try to race you.
Try to race me, but the car's not that fast, so it's like I would never do it. But there's always. I would always realize that the person next to me would always be looking, and sometimes they would roll their window down, and we would just have a conversation just because they got the attention from.
Yeah.
Having a nice car is like marketing, 24/7.
For sure. Yeah. So I heard that you got into a little business on the side.
The podcast?
No, outside of the podcast.
You're acting like I sell drugs or
No.
something. What did I do? The gas station, the dépanneur.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you want to talk about that.
Yeah. Well, I think I mentioned it. Yeah, I mentioned it in the podcast is coming on Tuesday. But yeah, we bought a gas station. A dépanneur that's like attached to a gas station as like a family business. And by the time this is out, they're gonna know my opinions on what I think about it and how it happened and all that. But yeah, I'm not a fan.
You're not a fan? What do you mean?
Cause
you don't like the business, or just not working there?
Well, we're selling beer, lottery, and drugs, and for a Muslim, it's like.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. So that's the whole thing. The gas part is cool. I could just gas my car. Right?
Really?
Well, we pay, but it's like not deducted from me. It's deducted from the business account.
Okay.
So it's like.
That's so cool.
That's.
You should get a Lambo now, like a freaking V10. Always gas up.
Yeah, is it expensive to gas up a?
I mean,
a V10,
I feel like we always come back to cars, no matter what we talk about. But the bigger the engine you have, the faster you have to.
I have a 3.6.
Yeah, you're probably at the gas station.
100 Supreme.
$100.
$100.
It's more than me.
It's more than you.
I have a 3 liter, and inline 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yours is a 4-cylinder, 6-cylinder.
6-cylinder, I think.
And me it cost like about $88. I just gassed up this morning with 94 octane.
Empty?
Yeah, I had like what 60 kilometer range.
Maybe when it's empty, it goes up to the hundreds. Uh,
What do you mean?
$100.
Oh, $100. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought like you filled the car and you're at 100 range. I'm like, what?
No, no. Yeah. There was something else that I wanted to. Oh yeah, the gas station. Like I'm not a big fan of it. I told you I'm doing other stuff
Yeah.
to just move on to other things, and one of these things is this podcast, obviously. But yeah, it's not my. And I'm working like 7 days a week there.
Okay. And like, are you a fan of working a 9 to 5, or would you prefer having a business?
I think by the way I'm constantly starting new things,
Okay.
and I love doing stuff from scratch, from like building it up from zero.
Okay.
The goal's always been to have a business for on my name instead of working for someone. Eventually, what I want to do is, I'm learning this now, is you need a team to take care. You need a person to take care of the things that you don't have time for anymore, or you don't want to put your time in. Like eventually, if this podcast goes like super big, I want to have someone that's editing the podcast, because I don't want to waste 5 hours editing, because I want to think of ideas and think of things to grow. So yeah.
Okay.
Okay, don't tell us to move.
Well, I just wanted to say to people out there that are scared to start a business, I can give an example from my family. My family came here with basically nothing, and my mom has a business. First try worked out. My grandfather opened a business, worked out the first time.
Yeah.
My uncle as well opened a dépanneur, worked out. And these are people with no knowledge of business,
No
money.
education.
Yeah, so they came here, they worked hard, they got some money, they said, screw it, I'm gonna open a business, and it worked out. So if for them it could work, why not you guys? What's stopping you guys from starting something? We have so much resource here, and we're born here, and we speak both languages, English and French. I would say just go for it while you have the time. I would say right now is the best time to take risks while you're young, before you have a family whatsoever.
Yeah.
I think it's worth it.
I think people are, we're just because they had no choice but to succeed, they succeeded, and because we have so many options, we're not doing anything.
Yep, that's true. We're how can I say?
We're spoiled and
Spoiled.
lazy.
Exactly. Yep.
But like, you have to take a chance on something, and what I always tell people is start with what you love. You know what you enjoy doing, just start with that and put your all into it. And I don't know how people do it when they, no, everyone has a drive. Everyone has something that drives them and makes them want more. For some people is money, for some people is helping out others, for some people is the act of doing this one specific thing forever. And once you find that, I think the path becomes clear and easier.
No, for sure. You just gotta put in the work.
What's your thing that you, as a kid, you were always telling yourself, oh, I'm gonna do this? What was your dream?
Honestly, pretty unrealistic dream. I always wanted to be an NBA player. I always loved basketball. It's pretty big, but obviously, yeah, I love basketball.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but obviously, I didn't go for it. I easily could have tried out for the CJEP team at Montmorency, but I didn't. I could have been practicing, doing whatever.
But why a basketball player?
I don't know. I think it's so cool having your job to be like a sport. You wake up, go to practice.
Is it me or these mosquitoes got worse?
Yeah, and it's pretty early in the morning, so I don't understand. Anyways, Laval.
Well, we're in the corner of a park on a bench surrounded by bushes.
Yeah, true. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
That's exactly what I asked. I was gonna ask you that too.
Okay. Well, you go first. Business-wise,
in
maybe
5
family.
years. I want to be married.
Okay.
I want to have a kid.
Okay.
I want to have my own business that I started from scratch and that's increasing in numbers.
Nice.
I want to be dedicated in my faith 100%,
Okay.
meaning there's nothing that I know that I'm lacking, that I'm not doing. Like there's something, like right now there's things that I know I should not be doing, but I can't seem to let them go. I want to get to a point where like I'm 100% set, because I was at this point once. It was did I have that long ass beard in Egypt?
I no, I think
I think that was after.
You're clean shaved. Actually, I think.
Wow, it's been that long.
Yeah.
It was after, I think. I have a video of me, bushy ass beard like this,
Okay.
long hair. It's like I completely let myself go. I felt like I was at peace.
Okay. No, I understand.
It was like I didn't care about what I looked like. It was
Yeah.
all mental, and it was like 100% mental.
Yeah, I was like that during COVID. I feel like the lockdown screwed a lot of people's heads.
I think it was before the lockdown. Me.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
I was screwed up before the lockdown.
But talking about the lockdown, I feel like that period of time made or break a lot of people. For sure, it broke me.
Really?
Yeah, I cut off everybody. I was alone.
But that's good, no?
Yeah, I grew up a lot. I made a lot of how can I say
Decisions,
and also I grew up like mentally. I felt at peace just being alone. I think there's a beauty in solitude, because I was just doing my own thing, just playing basketball in my backyard, just chilling by myself. I was so comfortable with myself.
Well, that's why I said when that happened to me, it was like the best moment of my life, because nothing else mattered but what I was doing.
Same here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to get back to that, but like I don't think I'll ever get back to that, because
No.
even though like you need relationships in your life.
Yep.
And whether it be your kids, your wife, your dad, your mom, your brothers, it's like there's even at that time you know that it's important to have those people around you, but it's good to cut everyone out like at least once in your life to
For
see,
sure,
because it
it shows you who you are.
exactly, it shows you exactly who you are as a person. So cut people out.
Yeah, everybody should do it at least once in their life.
Well, I think because I didn't do it like because I wanted to do it. It just happened. I think you too. It just happened, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So
I wish I filmed myself more when I was in that state. I have like 2 videos of me putting down my phone like this and looking at the camera with that bushy beard. If I were to die right now, I'd be okay.
I think I also had that thought in my head.
I would say it. I'm like, I'm so good right now with everything. There's nothing that could go wrong.
Yeah.
If I leave this earth, I'm good.
Mm.
I'm good.
But talking about death and stuff like that, I recently had a health scare.
Oh yeah, tell me about that. What is that? What happened?
Basically,
because we're not connected. We don't know. I don't know what's going on.
No, I didn't tell this to a lot of people. Basically, one night I had a little pain in my chest.
Okay.
While I was sleeping. I was going to bed.
Yeah.
It woke me up. I had a lot of anxiety. I couldn't sleep. Then, moving forward, every single night for a week, I would have heart palpitations, extreme anxiety. I couldn't sleep. At one point, my whole left side was numb.
Really?
Whole left side was numb. And I had chest pains. I was like, what the heck is this?
You didn't get that checked?
I just recently got that checked. My heart is fine. Basically what it was, I had like a pinch nerve right here on my neck area, and it was making that whole side numb. So I got that fixed. I went to a osteopath and got that fixed. So I'm glad that um, I'm healthy because I was really stressed
Yeah.
and I couldn't sleep at all. I was never an anxious person, and that situation really made me anxious
But why anxious though?
because I just felt like I would die any moment. Like I couldn't sleep because I thought I would die in my sleep.
Hmm.
Yeah. And just for anybody out there, just because you're young, it doesn't mean you shouldn't lack in your health. We were all like that one time, right? When we were young, we wouldn't stretch before doing any exercise.
No.
Now we're getting older, we have to, or
But
yes, we're getting
what's
cramps.
the pinched nerve that you got? Like how what caused it? What was that?
It was basically from my work. I work in the dental industry, and you're sitting for hours, an hour or two in the same position. Your back is like this. Your neck is
Oh.
not in the right position, so that probably caused it.
Okay.
It's one of the worst jobs to have a good posture for. It can really screw up your back if if
Really?
you don't know what you're doing. Yeah,
Good to know.
yeah.
Don't get into dental.
It's a great field, but yeah, just watch out for the posture in your back.
I feel like if that would happen to me, it hasn't happened, so I'm like maybe whatever I'm saying is not true, but I feel like if I had that feeling where I wouldn't wake up the next day, or
Mm.
like I would just die in my sleep, it's a sign to fix everything in your life. And like whenever there's an issue or you get angry at someone or like you're having an argument with whoever, at that moment you have that thought of, hey, I might just leave this earth the next day.
Mm.
So you just calm yourself down and you're like, it doesn't matter.
But I feel like it was a bit different because when you have a symptom
Yeah.
like that, where your heart hurts, the only thing you're thinking about is, what if I die?
But that's the thing. If you're thinking about what if I die, it's like,
I'm digging a hole for myself. Like I'm making it worse for myself, right? If I think like that.
well, if it's a sign that you're gonna die, then I see that as, well, if it hurts, it's like, if you're in pain, then it's
Yeah.
like different, maybe. But I don't know if I would go so much on the path of solving that or making that go away.
Okay. What do you mean? This guy, I feel like this guy won. If you ever get chest pains and it's actually a heart attack, he'll be like, "Oh, it's fine. I'll just meditate."
My time has come.
Yeah. I mean, if you're how do I say, satisfied with your life and that's how you want to go, then there's no problem with that. Everybody has their time. That's what they say.
Everybody has their time, but it's like, I wouldn't be anxious of the fact that I'm about to leave, because if you're so, what's the word, if you're so passionate, and if you believe so much in your faith and you know where you're going,
For sure.
why would you be anxious of going there?
Yeah, for sure. But I think the problem is people are scared of the unknown and they're not certain about what's gonna happen.
Lacking belief.
Yes, for sure. Like, okay, I believe that there's a heaven, right? But you're still on this earth. You don't know what can happen. I still believe. It doesn't mean that I don't.
What do you mean? If you believe, then how could the next sentence be, you still don't know?
Yeah, but it's kind of like aliens.
That means you don't believe.
I believe, but it's hard to see something that you've never seen before.
That's
You know?
a definition of belief.
Fine.
Belief is believing in something even though you can't see it, you can't hear it, and you can't feel it.
Yeah,
Well, you
that's
can feel
facts.
it, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I get
So
what
if you
you're
have
saying.
100% belief, and maybe that's just me because I go 100% in everything, and sometimes ça me nuit des fois.
Okay.
But if you have a dedication and belief in your faith and in knowing where you're gonna go, there's no, unless it's like pain and like it's intolerable, there's no reason to be anxious, because as a Muslim, you know that you're finally going to your maker, and that's the maker that you've been working for, and pleasing all your life, just to meet and finish off in that way. And it's like, why would you be scared or anxious of that? The only reason why you would be scared is because you don't have enough belief in knowing that that's true.
Yeah, that's probably true. I used to be very religious.
I'd say go into it again.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm doing. I told myself I started praying again.
Okay. What religion?
I'm Christian.
Okay.
Yeah. So I started praying again. Yeah. I started praying again, and I told myself I'm not gonna start because I got the health care. I'm gonna continue and actually do this for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Because I would feel like I'm doing it for the wrong reason, as if I'm using God. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just wanna come back to it, start praying every day, every night. You know, just become closer with the religion.
The more you learn about it, the more your belief rises, and the less anxious you are of everything. Because the difference between a believer and a disbeliever is a believer believes that he knows, and a disbeliever is just living because he's following the next thing and the next thing, and when he gets it, he follows the next thing, and eventually when it's time to come, when it's his time to leave, it's like he doesn't know what to think or where everything is anxiety because he just doesn't know.
Yeah.
Because naturally we're scared of the unknown. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah. So going back to where
cars.
we were, yeah, cars. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? You told me you want a family.
I want a kid.
Business.
I want to be married. I want a thriving business, and I want to be dedicated to my faith 100%.
Okay.
You.
Solid plan. Me, in 5 years.
Not in 5 years. Next year when we sit down to do part 2, what do you want to tell me that you accomplished? That's a year.
Honestly, I've already planned out my next 6 years. Next year is not looking too different from this year.
Okay.
Maybe selling my car. Even though I love it to death.
Selling your car?
Yeah.
We just had a whole conversation about how cool your car is. And
for sure. But honestly, I feel like it's kind of a regret. Because even though I love cars, I loved it at first. I still love it now. But I feel like it's just not the right time for it. Because you
want something so bad, and when you have it, you don't want it anymore.
It's not that. Humans naturally are creatures that get used to everything. You get something, get a Lambo. It's exciting at first, then it gets boring.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that's my issue. Because right now I have a window of opportunity. Because right now I'm with my girlfriend. Shout out. She still has about 5 to 6 years of school. And we told.
I thought you were gonna say life.
No.
What? Okay, yeah.
So we talked about saving money and moving in when she's done.
Okay.
So obviously I'm done with school and
How do your parents feel about that?
They're happy.
Yeah.
I feel like
you're leaving.
No, but leaving in about 6 years, I would say.
Oh. Okay,
I'm still gonna be staying with my parents. I'm only 23 years old. I feel like.
You're older than me.
How old are you? 22?
Yeah, turning 23.
Turning 22.
Yeah.
You're 21?
Turning 23.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So where was I?
Moving out in 6 years.
Yeah. Okay, like a little side thing. Something that I've noticed culture-wise, I feel like immigrants tend to stay longer with their parents compared to people that are from here.
My mom never wants me to leave.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like other people, they rush into leaving the house at like 18. And I don't see the point of it because you can be saving up so much money and that's where I was getting into. So I have this window, about 5 to 6 years,
Yeah.
where I want to open a business. Because right now I'm not saving that much money. Because I'm
Your own business?
yeah, my own business. So that's the plan.
In what?
I want to maybe open a franchise, or like a restaurant.
Oh,
And a restaurant,
like a fancy restaurant, or like a fast food restaurant.
probably more like fast food. Because I feel like that's a trend
That
right
was
now.
one of my goals too, to open it, but it's a lot of work, huh?
Of course. A lot of people say not to go into the restaurant business because it's a lot of work and you're always
It's
stressed.
tough, and you have employees, and like the cleanliness, and that you have to keep your kitchen clean and all that.
For sure. But yeah, so as I was saying, opening a business, for sure, because I wouldn't be able to live with myself knowing that I could have done something, started a business and maybe changed my whole life.
Yeah.
But then I would regret it if I wouldn't have done any of that, and just having the thought 6 years from now, like, oh, what if my life could have been a lot different? So I would love to save a lot of money, start a business, at least try. Because right now I don't have a family, like I don't have kids.
Yeah,
I
it's,
don't have
it's a time.
I don't have an apartment where I have to pay bills.
Yeah.
I only have my car. So I would like to get rid of the car. Yeah, it hurts me, but yeah, I have to. You have to make sacrifices. It's called delayed gratification. So yeah, that's my plan.
Hmm. Uh, I'm interested in your fast food adventure. Do you think by next year you'll have a blueprint to exactly the name that you want, the type of food that you'll serve, or you already have that?
No. But as I said, I want to open a franchise, so something that's already done, not something from
Oh.
scratch. I feel like
Just
that,
buy a like
yeah, buy a
oh,
franchise.
like which one?
I don't know yet. It could honestly be any kind of franchise. It could be fast food. It could be in the restaurant business. It could be really anything else. Maybe retail, anything. I think it's worth trying. I've seen people succeed, so I'm like, why not me?
Us too. It's a franchise that we bought.
Which one? Which one is it? Bonsoir,
Provisoire.
Provisoire.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot of contracts on what you could buy, what you can't keep in the store and stuff
Yeah.
like that. You have to abide by their rules, which
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of. But it's like, it's a guaranteed. It's kind of a guarantee because people know the name and they're gonna come in eventually and come in regardless of what you have.
But something that I like about my job, because I do consultations.
Yeah.
So the patient comes in, I ask a bunch of questions. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with them.
Okay.
But I'm not doing the diagnosis. I'm not the dentist, but
Mm.
still. So every time a patient comes in, I try to get to know them. And so many people have businesses, it's crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of people have businesses, and I'm like, as I said before, if they can do it, why can't I?
It's the way to go.
Yeah, that's the reasoning that everybody should have, honestly. If somebody has already done it, why can't you? You know?
Yeah, and people just look, they straight up go to, oh, because I have this or because I have that. Even if, like, right now it's easy for us to say because we don't have that much of a commitment. We don't have a mortgage, we don't have kids, we don't have. But even the person that has 4 kids and a wife and a mortgage and 3 cars,
Somehow they start a business.
exactly. That person in your position with a lot more on his back did it and got out of that situation. So even if y'all have all that, if you want to do something like that, you could do it. But it's just a matter of, it's just a perspective on how you see things.
Yeah, no, for sure. You don't want to live with regret. Like, it's you have one life, make the most out of it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And go to heaven.
Yep. Exactly.
What's who do you listen to for inspiration? Who's in your mind right now that's like keeping you going?
I would say Gary V.
Oh, I love Gary Vee.
Yeah,
Gary
yeah.
Vee's the reason
That-
I started my whole music thing too.
Yeah, because that's the guy who I listen to like often, and he's the one who says even when you're 30, you could be lost and still trying to find yourself.
I want to meet Gary one day. Because literally, he's business wise, he's the reason why everything why I started everything and why that guy's good.
See, parents, social media isn't that bad. Okay, let your kids be on their phone.
Let your kids watch this podcast.
Yeah,
because they're gonna get brainwashed in the right way to go to the right direction.
Are you thinking about moving your podcast to Spotify?
Yeah, I already have it. No, I don't have it on Spotify yet, but I have the account. It's the same account as my music thing.
Okay.
My music was on Spotify and Apple Music. I could just switch that and put the podcast there. I just haven't done it because... And I'm not on TikTok either yet. Okay. I know I should be, and I know why would you watch it? Would you listen to it on the if it was on?
Me personally, I don't listen to podcasts.
So why'd you
podcasts? No. I do. But what I was getting into was if there's no visual, I feel like it's kind of boring. But I know a lot of people listen to podcasts while they're driving.
That's the thing. So eventually, I'm going to have it, and it's like a quick switch. But I don't want to get carried away with doing too much at first.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to get my first, let's say, 10-ish episodes completely done. That way I prove to myself that, listen, you're for 10 weeks you've been consistent, let's add another thing. And that's probably going to be the Spotify and Apple Music thing, and because I'm already paying for it, but I'm just not doing it because I don't want to overcharge whatever I'm because already recording this and editing this and just posting the little clips on Instagram, it's like it's a lot, but once I get into the habit of doing it, it becomes easy, then I'll add the second thing.
I like how you think, because a lot of people make the mistake of, for example, do you know Shopify?
Yeah.
Like drop shipping and stuff?
Yeah.
People, a lot of people buy the stock before having clients. And then they're stuck with all this material and they can't sell.
Yeah.
And they're stuck with a debt that they just,
Yeah.
So that's really smart what you're doing, because you should see how well it's growing if you're dedicated, and then you can start putting money into it.
Exactly. And I've made that mistake too in the past. It's like you want to do so good that you put everything inside. You want to do this, right? But it's like you, as one person, you can only handle so much. You have to be honest with yourself. And yes, you can handle everything, but it's going to take time, and slowly it's going to happen. And I feel like I'm dedicated enough, but I just have to prove it to myself before I touch any of that.
For sure, yeah. So what other questions do you have for me?
Do you want to get into your relationship? I didn't know you were...
Sure.
Oh, no, I knew, because I remember we bumped
at Elevation.
Yeah, at work, and you told me about it.
Sure, I can get into that.
Yeah.
How can I say? Met this great girl.
Okay.
About 2 years ago.
Okay. What day?
What day? We first started talking. You're putting me on the spot. My girlfriend might be watching this.
That's why I'm putting you on the
spot. We started talking le 1er août.
Okay.
And our
fact
first
check that.
our first date was like, je pense le 7 août. Like we started talking a bit, then she got comfortable. Like we both got comfortable.
And you guys knew each other before or no?
We had friends in common, and we met through friends, and they told each other, go talk to that person.
Okay.
And we just started talking.
And it's been 2 years now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Going strong.
That's really good.
And I'm confident to say that that's the person I'm gonna be marrying.
Really?
For sure. And
she's the same ethnicity?
She's Egyptian.
She's Egyptian. And you're?
I'm Sri Lankan. Yeah.
And how do your parents feel about that?
Oh, they're fine. They're
really?
fine. Yeah.
Your parents are very open.
Yeah. Because I've had other members of the family have girlfriends, boyfriends of other nationalities, so I feel like they're already open to that. So that's that. And they know that we're in a different country, and there's so many other ethnicities.
Yeah,
so
they're very open.
They're very open.
It's rare. You don't see that often.
Yeah. And I feel really lucky that I found her, because it's all the things I'm looking for in a wife.
Okay.
So yeah, I just have good things to say about her.
Wait till you get married and you move in with her. It's a completely different person.
No, I doubt it. Great podcast.
Yeah, it was
Happy
nice.
to be here.
Yeah, and We might connect again, do something else.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
But it was nice. See, it was genuine. We walked it. We did everything that came into our minds. We just said it, and it's like it built an hour.
I was honestly really nervous coming here, but I said, screw it. I need to try it, get out of my comfort zone. So if anybody else wants to come on here, why not try?
Come talk to me.
I was really nervous, but then as you talk, you feel more and more comfortable.
Yeah. And it's like, I try to make the guests as comfortable as possible by telling them, look, and you said you started it well. You're like, oh, what are we gonna talk about? I said, we're just gonna have a conversation, and whatever you don't want to put in, I could always take out if you want. But it was nothing nothing that we didn't get into that was like sketchy. But yeah. Let's end it here. Previn, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Thank you for having me.
It's been a while we haven't connected, and finally, because that's why I love this, because I get to talk to people I haven't talked in so long, and I get to learn. Like now, I feel like I know a lot more about you and how your brain works.
For sure.
Because of this. So yeah, thank you for coming on.
Thank you very much.
Guys, I appreciate you for listening to this podcast. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think of this episode. Follow us on all the socials. Do you have any socials to plug?
No, not really. No.
But when he opens his restaurant, go taste his food, because I'm sure it's going to be amazing, a lot better than whatever the franchise was doing beforehand. And yeah. Thank you guys for all the support, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.